So for the next 20 or so minutes, I thought it would be a fun exercise to prompt ChatGPT and try and have it make new chess openings, and then to play them in the hourly Super Blitz and try and win the tournament with a brand new opening repertoire. And I'll probably take suggestions for prompts from chat.
Name one of the openings after me, haha.
Okay, so invent a new chess opening named I Eat Play-Doh. Oh no. Oh, okay. We can't promote eating Play-Doh. Okay, what about please invent a chess opening named after a healthy fruit or vegetable? Okay. The broccoli bishop. Wait, what? I like how every move is a broccoli variation. Wait. The broccoli bishop. E4, E5. This is a bishop's opening, but maybe it's a healthier version. Queen H5, Knight F6, Queen F7. King D7 is not legal because it's checkmate. Oh, it's so healthy. Banana opening. What's a banana? Oh, the banana. Actually, banana is actually a real opening. The banana is just B3. Let's say black just plays like a London setup. A3. Knight F3. A4. Knight C3. And then A5. And this would be the banana because it spells B-A-N-A-N-A. Okay, let's see if we can get it to like actually come up with a real opening. Suggest a very rare chess opening with a funny name for me to play in Blitz chess. The Hungry Hippo. Wait, this is just a wayward queen attack. Oh. I guess it's a hungrier version of the real hippo. Any opening it spits out, even if it's like a real opening, I'll try and play it in the upcoming tournament. So, Knight C6, Bishop C4, G6, Queen F3, Knight F6, Knight E2, Bishop G7, D3, D6. Okay. And white hasn't like consumed anything in these moves. So maybe that's why white is hungry. Ask for gambits. Okay. Provide me with a complete gambit repertoire to play in an upcoming Blitz tournament. Be sure to include lots of openings with tricks and traps. Okay. It's not really inventing new openings, but at least it's giving me some decent recommendations here. We got some of the classic gambits. So what do we have? We have the Danish gambit. This is a full Danish gambit. Completely. I don't know if it will like agree to answer that. It's going to say that probably the prompt is unethical. Yeah, this is really just an experimental stream. We have the King's Gambit. Oh, but it gives some... Okay, gives some specific line. King's Gambit accepted. The MORRA Gambit, which is this. Takes here, here, takes. The Benko Gambit, which is for black. After this. I haven't played that one in a while. Blackmar Diemer Gambit, which is this one. Could be a fun one. I like how it included MORRA Gambit and Smith MORRA Gambit. The Stoughton Gambit. Wait, what? Yeah, it doesn't fully know like the correct names. This is actually the Rousseau Gambit, right? Yeah, this is a Rousseau. The Stoughton is D4, F5, E4. And then the wing gambiting is E5. This is a fried liver. Oh no, this is the Ulvestad. This is the Ulvestad variation. I forgot about this opening. It's actually the Ulvestad could be fun to play. Okay, please create a brand new chess gambit that has never been seen before and name it after an animal. The Penguin Gambit. Why do I feel like this has been seen before? So e4, e5, d4. So it starts out as a Danish, but we don't play the Danish. We play this. And then we play this, which is a Goring Gambit. What makes it the Penguin Gambit? Bishop b2, d6, castle, bishop e6. We sack a pawn for quick development. The name Penguin Gambit is inspired by the image of penguins sliding on the ice, which suggests the idea of quick and fluid movement. I actually like the comparison. It's very poetic. And it kind of looks like a penguin. Please invent the Goose Gambit. It should be a completely novel series of opening moves that have never been played before. What are we going to get? Goose Gambit. I feel like we're making progress. Oh, wow. This is thorough. Here. Knight c3, knight f6, g3. It doesn't have a name on Lichess. I thought this was called the Gleck variation. There's like a famous player named Gleck that used to play this. This is actually a cool one, but how does it relate to a goose? Wait, this doesn't make sense. Develop the bishop while retaining the flexibility of the d2 knight. Yeah, it's a little bit confused about some specifics, but the continuation, I think, makes sense. Takes. Bishop g2. And this has all been seen before. I think there's a Kramnik. Was there a Kramnik game? Yeah, Kramnik played this from the black side. So bishop d6. Castle, d4, e4, cd4, bishop g4. Alternatively, black can challenge with 4f5. That's not legal though. Maybe in this position, 3f5 is legal. The name is inspired by the image of geese flying in a V formation. I'm not sure where our V formation is, but I still like the analogy. Okay, please invent the Eric Rosen Gambit. It should embody all the wisdom of Eric Rosen. Ooh. 7h4. Okay, what is this going to be? d4, d5. It's a Queen's Gambit declined. It's an opening I like to play from the black side. Not quite a Cambridge Springs. Castle. Knight f3. h6, h4. Wow. Novelty in the Masters database. It's kind of like a fishing pole trap. This has been played just over 8,000 times on Lichess. Now the big question is, how bad is this? I mean, if takes, we do have the H file. Is it playable? Okay, only minus 1.3. I feel like this is the best thing it's come up with so far. Like something pretty new. It's better than the Stafford. Yeah, Stafford's like +2 in the opponent's favor. Black has to play knight e4, which is the most played move. Knight h7 is already better for white due to g6. fg6 and bishop d3. Wow. A high win rate too. And if knight e4, this really isn't that bad for white according to the engine. Bishop d3. And we're down a piece, but engine only gives slightly better for black. Most people take on g5, which is the best move. Oh, it gives more analysis too. It actually shares this line. It says knight takes e4. Knight e4, d e4, knight e5. Okay, black can crush with bishop b4 check, but it gives this line. Queen h5, bishop here, knight g4. I wonder how it's coming up with this. Here. Some deep analysis. I mean, white's down a piece. Says white's given up a pawn. Yeah, it kind of strays away from the truth at the very end. It's completely losing for white. I like the start of it though. If you're just joining, I just asked ChatGPT to generate some new openings. So now it's time to put these gambits to the test. Here's a tournament. Okay, I've joined. Soltai's in chat, so if you're watching, maybe you can allow me to play the Eric Rosen Gambit in the first game. Oh, okay. There we go. Good luck, Soltai. Wait, what were the moves again? It starts with a Queen's Gambit declined. This is a rated blitz game, too. We have a close score. Was it E3? I think it's knight f3. I think the moves are interchangeable, though. It's knight f3, E3, and then H4. Oh, dear. Okay, let's go. We have the Eric Rosen Gambit, invented by ChatGPT. This is so exciting. Just analyze this. Now, it wanted takes in knight e5, but that's not good because of bishop b4. So we're going to add some twist to this. Bishop d3, I think, is the best move. And the engine only gave like minus 0.6. Getting the early time advantage. I don't remember like the further analysis though. I just know that the queen wants to come h8 or h7. Life goals. c5, wow. Okay, this already looks like very appealing. Or does it? g6 is a good move. Play queen c2? There's also knight e5. Play knight e5. Maybe now queen c2. Okay, I'm down a piece, but I have most of my things aiming at the king side. This pawn is kind of hanging. My intention is to sacrifice another piece. Like takes, and then checkmate. That's a fair move. I can play pawn f4. Pawn f4 looks reasonable. Covering g5. Now castling. I don't really care about this pawn, even though that's the base of the pawn chain. Play knight g4? Wait a minute, how to do this? I also have takes. Okay, let's go full bananas. Rook h6 coming. There's such a funny line. Not sure if it works though. I'm calculating this, and then oh no, my queen, and then checkmate. I'm just realizing that most of the gambits it suggested were for white. I need some black gambits too. Maybe after this game, I'll have it generate a list. All right, let's play this move. So I'm down 2 minor pieces, but I have strong rooks supposedly. G4 is multi-purpose. Obviously, I'm attacking this, but I'm also bringing the way for the queen. Yeah, knight b4 provoked. Queen h2. Thank you, Census Lyrics.
Hi Eric.
Alright, I'm beginning to win back material. The rook and queen are in danger. I feel kind of bad that Sultai may have been peer pressured to play into this gambit, but it's good for content. And ChatGPT is my is maybe my newly hired chess coach. Okay, let's push a pawn. Okay. All right, before I move on to the next game, let me bring up ChatGPT. Please give me a list of rare gambits for black to play in a blitz chess tourney. Okay, Latvian, Budapest, Grob. Wait, Grob. I could play the Borg, which is G5. Nimzovich. Okay. Blackburn Shilling. All right, this is a fine list. Let's move on. I feel well equipped with tricky and maybe some made up gambits. The extension wants me to berserk, but I'm not going to berserk here. Let's play the Blackburn Shilling. Oh, I can't play it. Can I play the reverse goose? I'm going to play the reverse goose, which is g6. We saw this from the white side, 4 knights with g3. This isn't quite a 4 knights, but it's half of 4 knights, at least so far. We can call it the moose, yeah. 97. It's actually an interesting setup. This is not something I would usually play, but I think it leads to some harmony. There's an idea to play knight a5 and get rid of this bishop. Yeah, the bishop can run, but it can't really hide. Okay, how to develop here? Queen h4? I need to achieve the V shape. Maybe play f5 and then the pawns are kind of like a V. They're kind of like a trapezoid. But it has to resemble a goose kind of flying, or group of geese. What do you call it? A gaggle? A gaggle of geese? A trade? I guess we can trade. On f5. I have the bishop pair. Okay, thankfully there's this move. Otherwise, pawn would be in danger. Okay, at this point, I'm just kind of on my own. Or out of the opening stage. Now, this is the only open file, so I'd like to double up if possible. Would also like to keep the bishop pair, but that's kind of hard to do. Yeah, tactics don't work. I get the chance I want to play king g7, pawn h6. chase away the bishop, and then put the rook back. Wow. I mean, there's c6. I can also take and play bishop c6. Maybe this is a bit more active. Pawn is still defended. Bishop now has some life. Play this move. Wow, what is this move? I mean, there's bishop e4. I'm a little bit flustered here. I think I'll try and trade one pair of rooks in here. So rook d6, I have rook c8. And pawns are vulnerable. Yeah, so I can win this. Yeah, my pawns want to migrate north for the time scramble. Maybe the pawns can form a V shape as they migrate down the board. Wait, what? Oh, wow. Okay, thankfully that's not mate. But it's not pleasant. The clutch bishop. The backwards V shape. Okay. Oh, that move came out of nowhere. Bishop d8. So bishop e6 was not a good move. I had to give the king some breathing room. All right, that was very fortunate. So we had the Eric Rosen Gambit and the reverse Goose Gambit. Again, this was the list. Grob was suggested. Yeah, I could play a Grob. What was the other one? Oh, the Penguin Gambit. Let's try the Penguin Gambit. They gave a bunch of e4 gambits as well. Okay, we'll play a MORRA. Also known as a Smith MORRA. I don't know so much theory here, but I know this is generally the setup. And there's ideas with knight d5. Let's go in right away. It's a very thematic idea for the MORRA. Open the e-file, and especially if I get a pawn in d5, there's ideas of rook e1 and then d6. Just going to leave the knight on d5. Yeah, this should really be called the Asserman. Mark has done the most amount of research in this opening. All right, so I'm down a piece, but kind of used to that at this point. Want to play rook e1 or d6. Bishop moves back, I have rook e1 check. No, let's take and then play bishop d6. I won back the piece and now winning a little bit more. Oh, who's Esserman? Esserman is a fellow chess streamer, also international master. He has a book called Mayhem in the MORRA. And yeah, it's all about like deep theory in the opening that I just played. And he's beaten countless GMs with the Smith MORRA. And he streams on a pretty regular basis on Twitch. Also very, very strong tennis player. Probably out of all the international masters, he's the best tennis player. All right, so play this move first. I want to control the files. I have this move. Pinning the bishop along the rank. If rook c8, I take, and the rook and bishop are still targets. I think we'll see rook c7. And now the bishop's defended, but it's still pinned. So generally the plan, when there is a pinned piece, you should just attack it as much as possible. It's also important not to get mated. Play g3, queen h6. Wow. Maybe f4. Not the first move that came to mind. I guess there's still queen h6, but then I have h3. This and this are attacked. And bishop here. The queen hits my queen, but then I have queen c8. Okay, that's a nice finish. A MORRA success. So I'm doing my best to only play openings that ChatGPT told me to play. And I have a lot of responses. We had the list of white gambits here. Oh, I'm playing Sultai again. And the list of black gambits was here. So I guess I'll try a Blackburn shilling. Sultai's in first place after that first game. The Blackburn shilling is this famous one, bishop c4, knight e4. King e2. What do I even play against this? I guess I still go for a Blackburn shilling. Or not. Let's play the altered Latvian gambit. Can I sack my queen somehow? Probably not. I'm not gonna do the Bong Cloud copycat as much as I am tempted. I imagine ChatGPT would like warn me against a Bong Cloud. It's probably like inappropriate and unethical. After this game, I'll ask its thoughts on the Bong Cloud. White is actually like decently solid here. But I'm a little bit more solid probably. Okay, I'll just push everything in the center. Do I keep pushing things? I have this move. Okay, no mercy at this point. So I'll have to be a little bit careful. But queen f4 and... Okay, there's queen a4, knight c6. I'm tempted to sack the knight though. Here takes here. Trying to calculate. Let's just move back. This supports bishop a5 check. The knight's coming to d3. All right, so I'm gonna chuck the pawn probably, like king c2, d3, and then I'll eventually have knight d4. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, still chucking the pawn. It's like Moses crossing the Red Sea. And yeah, the point is now the knight is pinned. The d file's open. I have the square to work with. My bishop's not getting trapped. The queen is infiltrating. Ooh. But is my queen getting trapped? Knight b4, king d1. Wow. I could take on d3. Takes. Okay, someone call an ambulance. I'm not sure for who yet, but for someone. Rook d8, knight d4. I've given up my queen. But white's already given up respect for me by playing the Bong Cloud. Seems like a fair trade. Okay, I want to play this move. I feel like the bishop would be really useful in supporting the rooks. There's also knight d4. Not seeing it. Okay, let's start with this. Rook is going on a journey. It's pinning the bishop.
20 months is more than 19.
Thank you, Philip Sharp. Planted my bishop in a nice square. e4 is hanging. a2 is now attacked. I win back the queen. Down a little bit of time. Oh, nice move. If I took, there'd be tactics. Oh, that was really close. Oh. It all started with a Bong Cloud, and now we're here. What do you think of a Bong Cloud opening? Oh, can provide an objective analysis. Not a sound opening, but can be fun and amusing. I hope people are amused and having fun. All right, back to tournament. Yeah, so for everyone just joining, I tried to have it come up with new openings at the beginning of the stream. And it came up with like one like interesting one, which I played the first game of this tournament. But I also had it like generate a list of gambits. So I'm gonna try and play the Blackburn Shilling, is one of the lines it recommended. With this, let's play f5. Like inspired by a King's Gambit, basically. I'm again playing the person in first place. Stafford Gambit was not on the list, unfortunately. So no Staffords this tournament. Okay. Just try and be solid here. I think eventually I want to play f4. This is looking pleasant. I think this is kind of the dream for when you play f5. If you get the structure in White's castle, it can lead to some nice attacking options. And I'm trying to induce this move, which White had to do. And now the G file's open. There's a lot of avenues of attack, but it still requires to have some attacking plan. I'm probably threatening this move. I was hoping for some knight f3 idea, but probably have to be patient. Or with queen d7. I really want to double up rooks on the g file, but all these squares are controlled by White's pieces, mainly the minor pieces. G3 is probably a good move. How about I play this? I'm dreaming of someday getting the queen to h3. I feel like could lead to good things. Maybe also enabling pawn f3. White plays pawn f3. Well, now if rook g1, the rook is a target. Thinking rook g1, knight e6. And the pawn is pinned to the rook. If the rook moves away, I take and win the pawn. I think this is working out nicely. Oh, but my bishop's getting stuck. But it's not fully trapped. Playing b5 to enable this. Still eyeing this g1 square. Yeah, the funny thing is the bishop can't really move, but it can't really be attacked either. Like the queen can't really come in. Like to come to g3, but pawn takes g3. And it's the same situation with White's bishop. Like I want to attack it, but I can't really do it without losing something. A weird position. I'm trying to formulate a plan. I was thinking maybe rook here, sack, and then queen h7. Start with this. I'm threatening to take and take. If I took, then pawn would take. White sacking a piece. Probably a good practical decision. Hmm. Be really careful here. Oh, I'm careful enough. Okay, coming in. That was a bad move. No. No. Oh. I thought I was breaking through with a3, but the king's close enough. I should not have given the knight. Should have played this move. What to do? Well played. I was the person in first place too. Do I blame it on ChatGPT? Where's my... Where is it? Is it this one? Is this one? What rare move should I play on move 1? 10 seconds. A3? Okay, I'm playing A3. Oh, the Anderson's opening. Well, how about reverse England Gambit? How about? Reverse Caro Kann. Or Caro Kann, but down a tempo. And gotta play B4. Wow. I'm already a little bit baffled. I think I can play this move. Wait a minute. No, let's play this move first and then this move. The problem is G6 leaves a rook undefended, and I have Queen E7, essentially winning the rook. Wow, this opening is actually working out great. All thanks to A3, B4. Like a new opening trap. Let's go. Winning with A3 and 8 moves. Okay. Let's go again. What crazy rare opening should I play with black? Uncommon, non-traditional. The Hammerschlag. Wait, that's for white though. The St. George. Let's play the accelerated St. George. St. George is A6. Accelerated St. George is A5. Okay. How are all my opponents in first place? Also, what to do here? Rook A4.
That was an amazing win.
Oh, thank you, Gabriel. All right. G5. This is very non-traditional chess. Okay. So I'm basically trying to justify like the weird moves. Hmm. It's a slightly annoying move. How to deal with this? Knight here. I give the rook some mobility. If D4 blocks the bishop. F4 I en passant. I'm self-pinning for the win, just like Ding. Although this probably isn't comparable to Ding's rook G6. But it is making my opponent think. We might see this move. Or that move. So G3 is met with F4. It's very, very clever. Start with E6. Queen G5. This is such a mess. Okay, that was a fair trade. I'm a fiend kettle this bishop. It's actually a reasonable position. Like the rooks are happy where they are. The knight will come in. The king is actually pretty safe in the center. Do I want to trade queens? Probably, but maybe not. I mean, e5. I mean, my pawns should be on dark squares. Okay, let's check. That worked out well. The knight wants to come to e3. So there's a plan of this. Yeah, it's kind of working out. Yeah, it's actually a difficult position for white. Like, these pieces aren't really that active. And the plan is just so clear for black. Hard to develop the bishop as well. Like, all the pawns are pretty much stuck. Yeah, if only the knight could teleport. Move in one big L. I think it's understandable why white's thinking here. Like, it's really hard to find a productive move. Queen d2 would lose a pawn. Ooh, that's a move. Okay. I prevented the plan of rook f3, but white did it anyway. Alright, I'm still making my way to the promised land. I see this. I just push a pawn. Oh no, my rook. About to queen, almost. Back. Back. What is this? I mean, obviously I have one queen, but... D5 is not even legal. D5... Never too late to castle. My rook was attacked. Just castle. Oh, I have this move, though. That's check. And let's play this move. I have two pawns about to queen. Knight's pinned. It feels like these are imposter pawns. Like, usually these are white pawns, but they changed color. Alright, that was a weird game. That was probably like the weirdest opening. But we'll keep it going. What else did it say? Oh, the Knight's Tango. That's a fun one. Owen defense. What was the gambit that it made up? The penguin attack? E5 and then... Alright, we have whatever this is. It didn't give me anything for the Caro Kann, so I'll play I'll make up the gambit of my own. E3 bishop b2. There is a similar gambit against the French. It goes exactly like this. And it's actually interesting development. Double fianchetto. White is temporarily down a pawn, but this pawn should be winnable. Trying to drop the bishop. I want back the pawn. This knight is a little bit pesky. Like, But it's also undefended. Maybe I'll go for 92. Interesting. D3. There is bishop b4, and then I'll decide between king f1 or c3. Getting some decent piece harmony now. That prevents me from castling. I think now's probably a decent time to trade queens. Alright, delayed Bong cloud. If black avoids a queen trade, my king is a little bit silly. But the pawn on g7 is hanging, so black probably has to take and then defend the pawn. If castling, I have knight g3, and this pawn can't really be defended. Yeah, this actually looks really nice. I'm going to win the pawn, and then there will be some attack. And my rook can swing to g1. Start with a3, b4. Just close down the queen side. Probably the plan is to play... Let's start with b5. Do this, and then push the h-pawn. Black is playing in a good practical manner, like trying to stir up counterplay. Knight b3, king d1. Alright, this is a fork. I don't think I want to take that. I think I just want to go after the king. There's a funny line. Assuming the rook moves, I have g6, h6. Which looks pretty overwhelming for black. Wait a minute. d3, king e1. Rook e3, king f2, and then there's no more checks. What's happening? Back there. Okay, this is a fork. I'm really tempted to play this, but the free rook. Okay, should be in good shape here. After all said and done, I'm up a rook for 2 pawns. Throw in the check. The goal is to win this rook. The king is tied down. And now it's forced away. There's a funny move, knight a6. Ideas after takes a pawn is very strong. Okay. Okay. Am I within range of winning the tournament? Probably not. Sultai is on a rampage. 11 minutes left. If I want to try and win the tournament, I probably berserk. Probably have to berserk. Well, okay, what to play next? Owen defense. Oh, let's play the Knight Tango. Oops. Okay. Not quite playing the Knight Tango here. Let's go back. Or let's oh yeah, let's go back. I was too slow to berserk there. And now we're tangoing with the knights. I think white was dreaming of queen e2 and knight d6 smothered checkmate. I think they just missed that the knight was attacked. Okay, being safe. The dream is to do this, like eventually knight g3 and h takes g3. Getting closer. I'm playing in a style to try and win as quickly as possible. We'll see if it works out. Oh, my bishop! Oh no! Someone call an ambulance. But not for me. It's a funny mating idea. Like, white has 3 blocking moves. Okay. Oh, the dream plan worked out. I mean, when I played bishop c5, I was already like trying to imagine how it could work out. It's a very typical mating motif. Okay. 13 points behind. Still refreshing. What is a Hammerschlag? So it's a 4 knights with g4. Okay. Actually looks kind of cool. I haven't seen that one before. But we have a Scandi instead. At some point it mentioned the Blackmar Diemer, which is what we're playing. Play this. Yeah, Blackmar Diemer, it's a pretty classic gambit. I've sacked the F-pawn. I know this is one of the ideas. It might backfire, but just to expand on the king side, kind of similar to what you sometimes see in Joe Bravo London. It's risky because my king is like completely naked. Yeah, I might be regretting this. Bishop h4? Okay. I was more scared of bishop h4, knight g3. I might as well castle. It's legal to castle when the rook's attacked, just not when the king's attacked. Keeping this bishop. I do want to attack on the king side. Already have the pawn storm in place. I had to defend d4. Queen g5 comes. I think I'll play this move. The idea is if takes, I play rook f5 and try and disturb the queen. Oh, I forgot about the rook. Not too much hope here. Need a miracle to survive. Ah. I was hoping for some stalemate trap. What to do though? Alright. I still want to play that Penguin Gambit. But we're not quite getting it. So we'll be aggressive. The H-pawn thrust. What happens with Berserk stalemate? Wait, did I miss mate in 2 the previous game? I'm trying to think back. There's a moment where I had like queen e8, but there was a bishop on c6 defending e8. Oh, the opponent had many mates. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep the pressure here. The knight doesn't have too many squares. Oh, this might be the last game that counts for the tournament. So try and make it count as much as possible. So I'm attacking the knight from a distance. At this point, it's probably a matter of just completing development. Trying to strike in some way. Threatening to take the knight. Yeah, because the bishop is pinned to the queen. How good is ChatGPT at openings? I mean, it gave a list of like a lot of common openings, and then it kind of struggled when it came to coming up with like brand new openings. But at least we got a few like interesting ideas. I still want to look into the Hammerschlag. Like 4 knights with g4. And the opening that it suggested that I played in the first game of this tournament was probably the best one. Like it was a tricky gambit, but had a ton of compensation. Okay, this game should count for the tournament. Oh no, my queen. I think this is it was the most efficient force mate, queen h8. Let me let me just verify that. Yeah, queen h8 mate in 3. Okay. Pairings are closed. The tournament is finished. Congrats to Sultai. Yeah, I played Sultai a couple games. The first game it was the ChatGPT opening, which ChatGPT called it the Eric Rosen Gambit. This is probably one of the highlights of the tournament. This h4 move. Anyway, tournament's over. That was fun. I'll probably put the whole tournament on YouTube